In the heart of the great Savanna, where the red earth met the golden sky, there lived a lion unlike any other. His name was Simba, the mighty king of the Savanna. Every morning, without fail, Simba's powerful roar would echo across the land, waking every creature from the smallest bird to the largest elephant. One beautiful dawn, Simba climbed to the top of Pride Rock as he always did. The wind moved through his golden mane as the sun rose slowly over the horizon. He opened his mouth, took a deep breath, and prepared to roar. But nothing came out. Only silence. Simba blinked in confusion. He tried again, straining with all his strength, but still no roar came from his throat. Shock filled his eyes. "Where is it?" he whispered in fear. "Where is my roar?" Below Pride Rock, the animals of the savannah noticed something was wrong. Tembo the elephant lifted his head toward the rock, waiting for the familiar sound that never came. "That is strange," Tembo said quietly. "Simba has not roared today." Young Nala, a brave lioness cub, looked worried. She had never known a morning without Simba's roar. As the day grew brighter, silence spread across the savannah like a shadow. Even the birds seemed quieter than usual. Inside his den, Simba sat alone, ashamed and afraid. Tembo slowly approached him. "Old friend," Tembo said gently, "I noticed you did not roar this morning." Simba turned away proudly. "I simply chose not to. A king does not need to explain himself." But Tembo knew better. "Simba, I have known you since you were a cub. What happened?" At last, Simba lowered his head. "My roar is gone," he admitted softly. "I woke up this morning, and it had disappeared." "What kind of king is silent?" Tembo thought carefully before speaking. "There is someone who may help you," he said. "Far beyond the savannah lives Nyota, the ancient tortoise. She is wiser than any creature alive." Simba decided to find Nyota. He left Pride Rock alone, not knowing that little Nala quietly followed him from a distance. After a long journey through tall grass and dusty paths, Simba arrived at a giant baobab tree whose roots spread like the fingers of an ancient giant. Sitting peacefully beneath the tree was Nyota, the old tortoise. Without even looking up, she spoke calmly. "I wondered when you would come, a lion." Simba stared in surprise. "You knew I was coming." Nyota smiled slowly. "I have been waiting for you to lose something for a very long time." Simba sat beside her, though his pride made it difficult to take advice from someone so small. Nyota looked at him kindly. "Tell me, Simba. What is a roar?" "It is my power," Simba answered quickly. "My authority. It is who I am." Nyota shook her head gently. "If I took away your legs, would you stop being Tembo's friend?" Simba said nothing. "If I took away your sight, would you stop loving your pride?" Again, Simba remained silent. Nyota tapped the ground slowly with one old claw. "Your roar was never your power, Simba," she said. "It was only the sound of your power. Something may have taken the sound, but your true strength is still inside you, unless you choose to give it away." Simba thought deeply about her words as he began walking back across the savannah. Suddenly, a dark shape appeared among the trees. It was a shadow darker than night itself. Sometimes it looked like a lion, and sometimes it had no shape at all. "Hello, King," the shadow whispered coldly. "Or should I say, former king." Simba tried to growl, but no sound came out. "What are you?" Simba demanded. "What have you done to me?" The shadow laughed softly. "I only took what you were already afraid to lose." Your roar was filled with fear and doubt. It was empty. The shadow circled around Simba. "You have spent many seasons pretending to be strong. Afraid of losing your throne. Afraid of being weak. A silent lion is no lion at all. Simba lowered his eyes because deep inside, part of him feared the shadow was telling the truth. Just then, Nala stepped out from behind a rock. "That is a lie," she shouted bravely. The shadow looked amused. "A little cub dares challenge me." But Nala stood firm beside Simba. "Do you remember the great fire 3 seasons ago?" she asked Simba. "You carried 6 cubs through the smoke to safety. You never roared once." Simba looked at her in surprise. He had almost forgotten. "You were silent," Nala continued, "and it was the bravest thing I have ever seen." Simba slowly lifted his head. "Your roar never made you our king," Nala said softly. "You made you our king." That night, under a sky filled with stars, Simba turned to face the shadow once more. "You are right," Simba admitted calmly. "I was afraid for a long time. Afraid that without my roar, I was nothing." The shadow smiled wickedly. "But tonight I walked through this savannah without it," Simba continued. "And I am still standing. I am still a father, still a protector, still a friend, and still a king." The shadow began to flicker uncertainly. "You are nothing without your roar," it cried desperately. Simba stepped forward with courage shining in his eyes. "I am Simba," he declared proudly. "Son of the Savanna. King of this pride. And you cannot take that away from me." At that moment, something powerful awakened inside him. A mighty roar burst from Simba's chest, louder and stronger than ever before. It rolled across the savannah like thunder, shaking the earth and waking every creature for miles around. But this roar was different. It was not a roar of fear or pride. It was a roar of truth. The shadow shattered into pieces like smoke blown away by the wind. Far away, the animals of the savannah lifted their heads with joy. "There he is," Tembo said with tears in his eyes. "There is our king." The pride gathered beneath Pride Rock as Simba climbed to the top once more. Beside him stood Nala, smiling proudly. Simba looked across the land he loved, his family, his friends, his home, and released one final roar into the rising dawn. Every animal answered with their own voices, filling the savannah with life and celebration. And so Simba learned what Nyota had known all along. True strength does not live in the sound you make. True strength lives in who you are when the noise is gone. And the savannah never forgot the morning the lion found his roar, by first learning to live without it.